So, welcome to my channel. My name is Brianna, and this channel really is just my venting space. I have videos that talk about my life, but then I have videos about the books that I love to read. I have been an avid reader since I was a child, and I feel a little bit of everything. If there's a subject that I want to know about, I go and get books on that subject so that I can learn about it and be more informed to be able to participate in discussions. So I just recently read Cobalt Red about the situation in Congo. I read 100 Years War on Palestine. Currently reading Out of Exile, which is interviews about people from Sudan and what they've gone through. So I read books like that, but then I also read medical thrillers. Robin Cook is my favorite author. I have been reading his books since I was in the 7th grade. I believe the first book that I bought by him was Invasion, and I've been hooked ever since. I love the way he intertwines medical knowledge with, mystery and thriller. And coming from a family, of a medical background, I love being able to understand that type of dialogue. I am trying to find out what other reading styles I have, which is why I read, my selections are very diverse. I have stumbled upon Opal Rain with reading A Soul to Keep, and now I am hooked on that story in her writing style. I love it. I also have like murder mystery and thrillers and science fiction, which I never ever thought that I would like science fiction. But I was helping my son do a project for school. His summer reading was a science fiction book, and it was Ender's Game. And I read it and I loved it, and I just kept going. So now I'm on the second part of that series, which is The Shadow Side. But I never thought I would like science fiction. So that's why I just have all of this is so diverse, because I just love to read, and I don't necessarily follow trends, but if I happen to like a book, I'm still going to read it whether it's trendy or not. So, welcome to my channel, and I don't know if I want to rate books because I just love to read. I probably will say if I didn't like a book, but I don't think I'm going to rate books. I do want to put myself through a 24-hour reading challenge, but I am also a parent to a 6-year-old who I have to drop off at school, pick up from school, constantly stop to do things for, so I don't know how I would accomplish that. I'm also a little bit old, so it's my sleep is shitty. So I'm up at midnight, and then I'm getting sleepy at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So who knows if I could complete a 24-hour reading challenge, but I would love to. And challenge is in the word. Such a crazy person. So yeah, over here, let me close my laptop so you can see better, is my TBR pile for right now. I'm currently reading 3 books, and I just ordered 2 books before I started this video. And these right here are the 5 that I have already read this year. So with the 2 books that I just ordered and all of this, it would bring my 2024 TBR to 42 books. And that's a little daunting for me because I read for, I don't know, I'm just so used to reading with a purpose, like school, research purposes. So I am not a fast reader unless I really, really, really love the book. A Soul to Keep, I went through in like 5 days. And that's just because I wanted to space it out, so I had more to read. But my goal is to get through all 42, and that would be amazing for me because I've already started my 2025 TBR pile, but really it's just a title because hopefully I'll be finished all of these before the year's out, and then I can just keep buying. But I'm very much a special interest person. So once I find like an author or a subject, I'm hooked, and it's like I want every book by that author on that subject. And if I don't get it now, I feel like the books are just going to disappear, and I know they're not. That's just how my brain works. So I also I also like a lot of black and white vintage stuff, so I feel like if I do reading vlogs, they're going to be like black and white vintagey feel, just because that's what I love, and everything's gonna have like that kind of aesthetic. For one, because my apartment, it has light, like natural light right now, but when I start turning on the actual lamps and lights in here, it gets pretty dark and yellowy orangish colors, so it'll be a lot easier to just use that than to keep all the lights on. Also, if I do like reading challenges and things like that, I'll be awake while my sons are asleep, so I don't want like all the lights on to bother them. But anyway, we are going to tackle this right here, and that's what the goal is. So I'm gonna show you how I'm keeping track of all of this because I'm a very visual person. So I actually had to take all of my books out of the closet so I could see them, and then I was like, oh yeah, you do have a lot of books, so you need to slow down on ordering them, because I was ordering books like every few days. So now that they are here in front of my face, now I have, or I tell myself I've slowed down on ordering them, but we'll see. So let me show you how I'm keeping track of my books. So I have my 3 current reads right there. Very different genres. History, I believe that's fantasy, romance, and like self-help type stuff. So yeah, I read very diversely, and then these are all of my current TBRs that I have. The 2 that I just ordered today are gonna go in their own sleeve, and this is just how it gives me, honestly, it gives me something to do, but it also helps me track my books at the same time. So I'm just gonna admit it, I'm not an audiobook person. I am not a Kindle person. I've tried both. I used to have a Kindle while I was deployed, and it was okay. I'm the type of person, I like to physically be able to write in my books. I like to physically be able to turn pages. So the Kindle just wasn't my thing. Audiobooks I have tried, especially when I would go to the gym and do cardio. I've tried, and my brain just doesn't focus enough for that. I miss a lot of what is being said because my brain is like over here, and my brain's everywhere, so I can't focus enough for audiobooks. It's just not my thing. So I am a physical, turn the pages, highlight, write all over books type of person. I see people who do these, you know, the unhauls and do the free libraries, and they talk about sharing books, and it makes me anxious. It just makes me anxious to yeah. I tried to share books growing up, and it never turned out well. I would just give the person the book and then go buy the book again, just because I wouldn't want it back. Like, I don't want it back with pages folded and torn and like, no. Oh my God. So, welcome to my channel. This is Braid. Welcome to my channel. And I hope I make some book friends. If not, yeah, welcome to my channel.